As more anti-Israel protests sweep across college campuses in America, one legal scholar intends to take legal action against protesters, professors, and colleges.
Famed attorney Alan Dershowitz spoke about his plan with NTD's Kelly Wright, the host of America's Hope.
Alan, as you see these protests continuing to take place throughout America, pro-Palestinian, pro-Hamas, death to Israel, death to America, what is going through your mind as you watch all of this unfold?
Well, let's remember that the biggest supporters of these riots is Iran. The head of Iran wrote a letter commending these thugs, these Hitler youth who are calling for the end of the Jews. And of course, Iran would commend them. Hamas has commended them. And when you have Iran and Hamas on your side, you know you must be doing something very, very wrong. These are radical, anarchistic, anti-American young people who have no knowledge of what's going on. I'll give you an example. Some of the students are calling for a ceasefire. Do any of them know that Israel offered a ceasefire and that the Secretary of State said the only thing that stands between the civilians in Hamas and a ceasefire, the civilians in Gaza and a ceasefire, is Hamas? It's all Hamas's fault. The deaths are Hamas's fault. They use human shields. The hunger is Hamas's fault. They won't allow food to come in without them stealing it. But these kids are utter ignoramuses, and the faculty are the worst because they're the ones who have been propagandizing these kids for years and years and years. What really concerns me, because I have experience in this, I represented a lot of the protesters in the 60s and 70s. These protesters, some of them, will become terrorists. They are being groomed by Hamas. Hamas will ask them to plant bombs. They will do it. And it's coming to a theater near you.
What are you doing from your legal perspective to take action against those who have rallied to these protests, even threatening and actually physically harming some of the Jewish students attending these colleges?
We're starting a new group called Hurt a Jew, We Sue You, and we will sue individuals, not the universities, others are doing that, but we will sue 19-year-old and 20-year-olds who are blocking access to classes, and we will sue them and get their scholarships, and we will sue them and get their cars, we will sue them and get their boom boxes, we will sue them for every penny they have, because you cannot get away with hurting a Jew today in America. And too many prosecutors are allowing them to get away. We don't control prosecutors, but we do control lawsuits. If we file a lawsuit, it has to go forward. And we will do that. We'll get discovery. We'll find out who's financing these protests. We'll find out the role of George Soros, the role of the Rockefeller Brothers Fund, the role of Peter Beinart, who's on the Rockefeller Fund and doesn't believe Israel has the right to exist as the nation state of the Jewish people. So we're going to get to the bottom of this through lawsuits.
You can see more of Kelly Wright's interview with Alan Dershowitz when America's Hope airs it tonight at 10 p.m. here on NTD.